Tour of Ellen Fisher. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, welcome to the video. I have been asked to check out Ellen Fisher's vegan family pantry and fridge tour. I've got some people saying that it's quite restrictive, it's making it hard for people to be vegan. I'm not sure. Let's check it out.
Let's find out. We're just sharing comments and criticisms here.
Yeah, this is not a hate video, just sharing our honest opinions from what we know is right. What we know,
what's pragmatic.
yeah, what works.
Yeah.
So let's suss.
Let's suss it.
Hey guys, so a lot of people have been asking me to do a pantry tour, and I just thought I would throw in an updated fridge tour as well, so that you can kind of see an all-encompassing what we keep stocked up in our house throughout the week. Let's just get started. First we have the pantry. Alright, so I'm just going to start from the bottom right here. We have our dried fruits, which it is actually fresh date season, so we need to order some fresh dates, which are monumentally better than these dried dates. But this is what we use mostly throughout the year. We also keep stock a couple different bars in case we're in a pinch and about to head out to a play date or somewhere on the go and just grab some snacks for the kids. We also have raisins and some dried mango, but we do not actually eat that much dried fruit. This is kind of like the bulk of what we
For this. We do not eat that much dried fruit. This is a food we eat sparingly, as dried fruit is void of water content, therefore becomes easy to overeat and not very good for teeth health.
Okay, so we've got. When do you want to start that? Or
yeah. So dried fruit, it's carbs, it's all sugar, it's an energizing food. There's 0 grams of fat in dried fruit. It's not something that you can overeat on, because you'd be sick of it before you could overeat it.
Yeah, try and eat like a kilo bag of dates. Like you'd be like, oh, yeah.
And yeah, so the only reason you'd be over it is because your body has received the energy that it needs, and that's all. It's not something you have to be concerned about.
Yeah,
like they are.
That would be it. So we're basically watching this video, pretending we're noob vegans. So, oh, this is cool, Ellen video, it's cool, it's Hawaii, it's all love and aloha. Oh, for dried fruit's not good. Okay, I better not eat too much dried fruit. But I mean, yeah, you smash the dates and blend them up. I've smashed tons of dried fruit.
Dried fruit is such a lean food.
Yeah. So in terms of teeth health, though, I sort of agree there, but that's more about
teeth health is true, but it's the all-round routine that you're doing. You should always be keeping your mouth moist, always brush your teeth every day, and floss. That's the most important thing with any diet.
I've never seen anyone get cavities from dates. I've seen people, fruitarians, stop drinking water and eating dates at night time in bed and having dates in between their teeth. Dates. That's poor dental hygiene.
That's going to give you some issues, yes.
Yeah, so that'd be the first mistake this video is.
But yeah, honestly, I don't think it's good that they're showing the dried fruit as the very first thing and then saying that we don't eat much of it. Why show us a pantry tour in your kitchen and say we don't eat much of this? Isn't a kitchen where you store food and eat food?
Yeah, it's great. For me, it's orthorexic, saying that dates aren't good because they're low water content. But then just the opening scene, there was like about $1,500 worth of green powders. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
That's expensive stuff. And I know Ellen makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per year on ebooks, and hey, good on her. But the average person can't afford thousands of dollars of green powders every day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, but isn't greens powder completely void of water?
$600 worth. Let's go now.
It takes us a while to get through this. This is rice ramen, and we love this brand Lotus Food. This ramen is super delicious. We use this ramen noodles to make a really yummy recipe from the Hot for Food blog, and we love those. We keep a few of these stocked on hand. Next we have nutritional yeast, which is normally in the bulk section at Monofood's grocery store, but they've been out the last few weeks. So this is what we have, what we put on top of pasta. Actually, yeah, that's probably the only time we use nutritional yeast, is we like it on top of pasta. We have some jasmine rice. I feel like I might get some questions about why we don't have like bulk for things as simple as dried mango even. We actually don't have that much bulk options in Maui. There's really limited options for bulk, and even the grocery store, the best health food store on the island, won't let you bring in mason jars to fill up the bulk items. So I do the best I can, but a lot of items like oats, I bring a cotton bag and then put it in a mason jar when I get home. But there's just not the best of options for bulk on the island. We have a couple of cans of garbanzo beans to make our own hummus. And for coconut milk, we actually normally make our own fresh coconut milk, which is like so delicious. But we keep some of these on hand for in case when we're in a pinch and don't have time to make fresh coconut milk, or we just haven't been able to get access to fresh coconuts. Sometimes at the market they're out. So far we aren't like abundant yet in regards to sustainability on our land, but hopefully we plan to eventually get to a place where we never use the canned coconut milks and just use fresh coconut milks, because we're going to plant more coconut trees, and yeah, that's the goal. So
I think it's a little bit, I mean, it's cool that people want to grow their own food, but it's a little bit fairy tale. I mean, the average viewer
isn't going to be growing all their food in their backyard.
They don't earn hundreds of thousands of dollars off YouTube and ebooks. The average person watching this, if I can make an assumption, would be like a 16 to 20-year-old, 25-year-old female, maybe uni student.
Yeah.
Living in the US, probably somewhere apart.
If you're a uni student, you need easy, convenient options, and as long as it's vegan, then you're on the right track.
Was it me, or was it just my assumption, or did Ellen feel a bit guilty for using canned coconut versus fresh coconut?
It seems like it. I'm not sure if she's a bit under carbs.
I think it's a bit of an unsustainable mindset to have. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, I'm using a canned coconut, not a fresh one. That's like, do the best you can. Yeah, I think that the moral of the story is do the best you can.
Yeah.
We have some canned kidney beans. I think there's 2 jars back there. But as far as beans, we normally actually make our own beans from scratch. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I don't really make the beans from scratch. A collective we is not really the right answer. Andrew makes the fresh beans from scratch because he does most of the cooking. I like to make all the raw food stuff, the fresh smoothies for the kids, the salads and all that stuff. Andrew does well with the cooking. So he makes fresh beans from scratch normally. This is just for to have on stock in case there's an emergency, and we'll stock up on times when there's going to be a hurricane for just in casers type of thing. But Andrew normally makes fresh beans from scratch and uses it in this big bag. We have had this bag for a couple months now. It takes forever to go through a big bag of beans. One of the cheapest plant-based foods that you can find that are nutrient dense and will give you lots of calories to supply your needs. We eat beans when we make things like Mexican tacos.
Did Ellen just say lots of calories in beans?
She did.
Guys, if you're a new vegan trying to get calories in beans,
you're gonna be under carbs.
You're gonna be farting like a king and queen, and you're gonna be under carb pretty quick. So don't listen to that one. I like all these bananas in the background though. That's what's going on with these bananas. This is good.
And bean stews, chilies, soups, that type of thing. All right, next up here we have our sea vegetables. We eat a lot of sea vegetables. I love dulse, such a great source of iodine, and I love adding it to our salads in particular. Sandy loves to eat dulse with sliced avocado, and it's a great snack to have, super salty and delicious to add to soups. I like adding it to a creamy yam soup. For kids, a great snack is diced avocado with some sea veggie dulse topped with some hemp seeds. So yummy. So we keep a couple of those stocks because we go through a lot of dulse. And
did you say that the dulse by itself was the snack, or?
Yeah, with the avocado maybe as well.
Okay.
It's a pretty low carb snack.
It's too low carb.
Yeah, it is a bit too low carb.
Yeah.
You cranky kids.
This is nori for whenever we make sushi or we add diced nori to ramen. Quinoa, chia seeds. We like to soak chia seeds so that they expand their gelatinous texture and add them to our smoothies, or you can make a chia pudding out of them. Yeah. And then we keep a lot of jarred tomatoes on hand. I would love to eventually grow enough tomatoes to where we're not buying any jarred tomatoes. So we're going to see if Andrew can experiment with tomatoes in the garden. But we mainly use these tomatoes for tomato sauces to put on pastas. We always make our own fresh tomato sauce for pasta because most of the time the canned tomato sauces for pasta have a lot of unnecessary added ingredients, and we just like to add our own ingredients to keep it really pure and no processed sugar, because most tomato sauces for pasta actually have processed sugar in them.
And did Ellen just say processed sugar?
She did, but she has a tub of maple syrup just to the left of that sauce.
Okay, so a couple of grams of sugar in tomato sauce is bad, but a big gallon jug of maple syrup's okay.
Apparently so, yeah.
I'm a bit confused.
A couple of grams of processed sugar, does that make a product unhealthy? that is focused on purism, and that's
Orthorexia.
orthorexia.
It's orthorexia. I mean, you got two people here. We consume a lot of refined sugars, smoothies,
On the daily.
white rice, things like that, and we're super lean. And so the biggest mistake, and we're fit as well. We've got energy. So the biggest mistake I would see is people avoiding food because it's got sugar in it, processed sugars. That's the first way to be an undercarbed, non-athletic vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Or oil, and we just like to keep that out. Tomato paste is really good as well to add to a fresh tomato sauce, or even to make like your own homemade ketchup style to dip potato fries in. And I am such a pasta person. This one is a 100% compostable container. You can recycle this, and even this is home compostable, made out of plant materials. So that's why I feel good about getting this one. It's just brown rice pasta. Next we have our daily green juice. We as a family have been adding barley grass juice powder to our diet for at least a few years now. This is a great brand. My friend is the one who owns this company. It's got lots of minerals and nutrients in it to help add some boost to your...
That's expensive stuff. And in my opinion, in my experience, totally unnecessary. This is processed, dehydrated greens. Just eat fresh greens. But that's expensive. But if you're a vegan, don't think you need that stuff. You totally don't.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I guess, for me, it feels more like an infomercial paid
yeah.
product. So look how it's all lined up there. Green, green, green. It's all lined up.
And especially how the focus on is it's concentrated plant-based protein. And there's protein in every plant food. It's a non-issue.
Yeah. So
honestly, it looks like she lined it all up perfectly. Everything in a cupboard for the video. So it's like, come on, like, let's be real. No one's cupboard is like that. Especially when you got kids. And the kids are up in there, like, pulling everything down, breaking stuff. I know that's how they roll.
Yeah.
I've got young cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So
like kiddies don't destroy the infomercial pantry.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
To your diet. So I love adding daily grain boost to our smoothies. There's all different kinds of brands that you can get. This is just one that we really like. Lately the kids have been on a peanut butter kick, and we used to do like almond butter and such, but the kids really like peanut butter these days, so we've just been going with the flow for that. They get a lot of other seeds and mineral rich nuts and stuff in other ways, so they enjoy peanut butter smoothies or like sliced banana with peanut butter on it and hemp seeds and ground flax seeds, so that's really yummy. This is maple syrup. We add maple syrup to a variety of different dishes. Yeah, we use it as like kind of our form of natural sweetener other than fresh dates.
Hang on, wait.
Natural sweetener.
Sugar's not natural?
Is sugar not natural? It's a plant, raw cane sugar.
It's dehydrated grass.
It is. Raw cane sugar and maple syrup are both processed.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where this whole thing came in that maple syrup is unrefined.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're both great, but maple syrup is exy.
So expensive. In
It
Australia,
is expensive.
How much would that be? That's probably
I don't know.
$50, $60.
I reckon more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too expensive. I think it's nice as a topping on some pancakes or whatever, but as your main sweetener, that's not sustainable on a young person's wallet.
No, you're better off for a natural sweetener is organic sugar.
Organic raw cane sugar, which
So
is
$3
how much here?
$2 or $3 a kilo.
Yeah.
It's the same calories.
Big bag, only a couple bucks.
100% calories from sugar as well.
Yeah.
Maple syrup, 100% calories from sugar.
Yeah.
Cane sugar, 100% calories from sugar.
It's the same thing.
So yeah, this is that's the big one there. So if you're trying to be a vegan, cutting out your sugar, but then you have maple syrup, it's like
Don't even bother. It's silly.
It's dumb. Have both.
Have both.
They're both refined processed sugars.
Yeah.
The Restore supplement that I got a couple months ago. Thought I would just give it a try. I've been learning a lot from Dr. Zach Bush. He's triple board certified. He's all about having healthy gut, and he knows so much about the microbiome.
Does this feel like an infomercial to you?
It does. I feel like she's advertising products. If she's so Whole Foods, her and her family, why is she on all these supplements? That's my question.
I don't take any of this stuff. I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
This stuff, my friends, is not necessary.
And she's like, I want to be growing all my stuff in our garden, but then advertising these.
Yeah, I didn't realize
supplements.
Ellen Fisher was so processed and supplementy. This is, for me, this feels infomercial.
Yes.
Which is fine, but it feels a bit fake for me. You?
Yeah. Same.
Biome. He's a super smart guy. I'll put a few links in the description box of the video. He has so much good stuff to say about how to have a healthy gut, and it's something I wanted to try because although I have great digestion and all that, I wanted to give it a try because I do get a lot of people asking about gut health, and I just wanted to check it out and see if there was any kind of extra of amazingness with gut health. So he's pretty cool. This is cacao nibs, which we sprinkle.
Just we'll get to the count in a sec, but I just think it's really important if you're getting sponsored with stuff is to say it. Hey guys,
for sure.
I'm getting paid, or this is free product. You know, put this product placement like that, and then saying, I find for me that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. How about you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so common in social media today.
It is.
I just want to say that.
The thing is, if you're eating a healthy, high carb, low fat diet, you don't need powders for your digestion because it's going to be good anyway.
It's going to be fantastic. Cut out too much peanut butter and stuff. You have better digestion.
Yeah.
Cacao nibs. This is what we see, isn't it?
Cacao.
People cut out the sugar.
Cut out the sugar, and there's always
Skims.
some caffeine.
Cacao. It's crazy.
Those are so bitter.
We're talking about this today.
Yeah, let's see what she says about them.
Sprinkle on top of raw cereals or into granolas that we make. We don't go through cacao or chocolate butter very much, but so this has lasted us like a super long time. We have cacao powder if we wanted to make anything chocolatey. We really like to make a yummy cacao hot chocolate on cold days because now we live in a colder climate, so it's really nice to have some hot chocolate. All you gotta do is blend some dates with cacao powder with vanilla extract and some boiling water, and it makes a really yummy hot chocolate. Next we have this little...
It's okay if you have it occasionally, but why say we don't eat much of it, but they've got like a whole section in the pantry just for cacao? What do you think?
Yeah, that's literally more cacao in that pantry than I've consumed in the last probably 10 years. Yeah. I would say cacao is probably the fastest way to destroy your health as a vegan. Cacao has a lot to answer for. If you have it a few times a year, no biggie, but promoting cacao as like a health food, as wholesome, is bullshit.
Yeah.
Cacao ain't healthy. Have it in extreme moderation. Be very, very conscious of cacao consumption. It'll burn out your adrenals.
Like reishi medicinal mushroom cacao mix, which we've only used a couple
We've
of
got
times.
more supplements.
Someone reached out to us and wanted to send us this, and it's really tasty. Okay, next we have the spices and more bulky items. Have some balsamic vinegar, which I like to add to my salads every once in a while. We don't eat that much of it. I've had this for about a year. Yes, just a little bit. We go through this much lentils. We're running low right now, but when Andrew buys it, we will fill it up to the top every couple weeks or so. Andrew loves making lentils and lentil curry, and the kids love lentils. This is our flax seeds, which I grind up. I grind up every few days to add to different dishes in our diet. This is our pumpkin seeds to make trail mixes with, or add to granolas. Have some walnuts, coconut flakes, rice puffs. This is actually coconut sugar, which, if you can believe, we hardly use any coconut sugar. We have had this for about 2 years. Let me know. I don't know the rules about sugar. Does that mean it's bad now? Here's some ground basmati rice.
She's saying coconut sugar is bad.
I think so. You put that much sugar on chopped bananas in one morning.
Oh, I do.
Wow. This is very sad.
It's sad to think that jar's still a third full after 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to see what happens behind the scenes. You know, maybe I'm not sure if Ellen. I haven't watched the videos for a long, long time, but does she talk about her mood, how she's feeling?
I don't think so. It's just sponsored product.
Is it just like the Instagram, 16-minute selfie style vlogs? Is there any real content in there?
Okay, these are our spices that we enjoy. Turmeric. I love adding turmeric to veggie soups and stews and all kinds of yummy soup. These are just some more spices. Cumin, oregano, red pepper, vanilla extract. And we have 3 types of salts right now. I have no idea why. I think when my mom was visiting, she bought a couple of these salts because my mom loves salt. So she bought a couple salts when she was visiting and used them to make recipes for us. All right, this is just our little supplement area. Where do I even start? Okay,
it's quite a big supplement
golden seal
area.
Picassamine. This is for any time you feel like a cold coming on. This is our B12 that we take and have been taking for years. Oregano oil, and this is a really awesome herbal cough elixir for kids. As soon as you feel like a cough is coming on or some kind of stuffy nose or anything, this is great, and the kids love it. Andrew has been taking CBD oil for a year for his back, and he really finds it helpful. This is the peppermint oil that he uses to make our home cleaning solution with vinegar. We have some vitamin C in here for times when there's just a little bit of sickies going on, help boost the immune system. And this is my friend Alicia's gummies that she gave us when we were hanging with her, and the kids love it. We're almost out of it. Alright, so we have some whole unsalted cashews, which normally we get these in the bulk section, but they were out the last time Andrew's at the store, so he bought this at Costco. Salted pistachios, and this is our oats that we buy in the bulk section. So red quinoa, here's some barley, and arrowroot powder, and apple cider vinegar. We also have some teas up here, mother's milk and throat coat teas. I love this throat coat tea when I have a sore throat. So good. That's it for the pantry. Now let's move on. Before I get into the fridge tour portion of this video, I want to tell you a little bit about Audible, who I've partnered up with for this video. Audible is a monthly subscription where you get to download a free book each month and you get to keep that book forever. And now Audible members get even more. Audible Originals. Audible Originals are exclusive audio titles created by celebrated storytellers from worlds as diverse as theater, journalism, literature, and more. So give yourself the gift of listening. And while you're at it, think about giving the gift of Audible to someone on your list. Right now, for a limited time, new members can get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month. Just go to audible.com/EllenFisher or text Ellen Fisher to 500-500 to get started. I love listening to books on Audible while doing...
What is this? What is this?
What is this?
I thought we were talking about vegan family too. I don't see
I
an
know.
Audible advert.
I thought we were supposed to see real life examples of what's in her pantry, what to eat to keep energized, to keep healthy.
What's going on here? I thought this was like the
This
eco hippie family from Hawaii, and now it's just like Audible advert from Amazon, mass big corporate media.
this advertisement has absolutely nothing to do with what the video is about. And
I understand. She's listening to audiobook while she's playing with the kids. What? I don't know. My mum wouldn't do that. But I don't know. That's a bit weird
so,
for me.
what's your all-round thoughts on the pantry?
I would say that there's too much nuts in there, and if I had that many, when I used to eat that much nuts back in the day, I used to have a lot of gut issues and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So it's funny they have all the nuts and then they have all these supplements for digestion.
Yeah.
I thought they were whole foods and that they knock anyone who consumes refined sugar.
Yeah.
They have all these refined
thousands of dollars
tonics
of supplements.
and powders and stuff.
Thousands of bucks worth.
And I didn't see much emphasis on what's energizing and what's cheap and what's good. It was all just like nuts and vinegars and stuff. Yes, there was some oats, quinoa rice, which is great, but
Not much.
to me it feels like she just brushed those aside,
Yeah.
but she put a heavy emphasis on the nuts.
Yeah.
Did you get that vibe?
Like, if you got a family of, I think got 4 or 5 or something.
And they're just
it's a
eating
little
nuts.
bag of rice, and so I'm like, what are they?
A little bag of rice, but they've got kilos and kilos of nuts, then it's gonna make the whole family nuts.
I'd like a meal example would be good. It's gonna be nuts for nuts.
I think this is confusing for
It's very
new
confusing.
vegans or people needing inspo. So.
Even I'm confused. Like, where's the food?
Alright, below our pantry we have our banana stash. We eat a lot of fresh, locally grown bananas. This is our onion, potato, and sweet potato stash. I love sweet potatoes, one of my favorite foods. Our orange stash for the week, it is orange season. Butternut squash, avocados. We go through a lot of avocados in the week. Lots of healthy fats for our children. We never limit fat intake for our kids. Give them plenty of healthy fats from avocado, as well as from flax seeds and hemp seeds, nuts, and all those other things. Persimmons, tomatoes, and jackfruit. This is a white sapote. This is our fridge. At the top we have...
It's great to see all those bananas and the fruit. That's fantastic. But why didn't she say that carbohydrates are also very important for children so they're not cranky and crying and grumpy all the time?
What do your kids just eat? Avocados?
It seems like kids just eat avocados with dulse.
Yeah, what do you give a kid? A kid's hungry, give it avocados. So then they need carbohydrates as well.
Both, for sure.
Sure, kids can tolerate more fat because they've got a small stomach. But
And that's fine. I'm not knocking that. But she needs to say that your kids do need carbs.
yeah, and there wasn't that many bananas there. You know, I know Ellen got inspiration on YouTube from me and Banana Girl back in the day, but there's, for a family of 4 or 5, that's not that many bananas for me. Like, yeah, it just seemed like a box of bananas, which is what we often have here at our joint.
Yeah.
But again, they're not active people, so I guess they don't eat that much food.
They aren't that active, but they got a lot more fats going on in their pantry.
Yeah, which is going to make you feel pretty stodgy, and you're going to want to have cacao to get going. Because if you're not doing much exercise plus eating a lot of fat, you're going to feel pretty stodgy. Your gut's going to be weird. You're going to have gut issues, and you're going to need some stimulant to get going, like a cow, or coffee or green tea.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yes.
Salsas, open tomato paste, and some hummuses.
Spinning in circles by the straight out of light.
Hi. And this is a really yummy curry paste. It's a very clean ingredient. Yes, honey?
2 of those hummus.
The ingredients are actually super clean vegan curry paste. This is a really ripe papaya that someone will eat tomorrow. And sauerkraut. We used to make our own sauerkraut, but we just got out of the habit of making it. We've just been really busy, so we've been buying sauerkraut. Alright, we eat a lot of bell peppers. Some celery, cucumber. And this is my favorite, my green bin. I love my greens. I go through, this is about a bi-weekly amount of greens, a whole head of collard greens. I've already gone through a whole head of kale this week, and we're only a couple days into the week. This is the second head of kale that's almost gone, and lettuce for salads. And this is leftovers that we have in here. In here is actually cassava, which Andrew grew himself, and it's really delicious. Tastes similar to like a potato-y. It's like a starch. So he just boiled that. Some leftover yam soup in here, vegan cashew sour cream in here, cut out pineapple, and some leftover lentil stew in here. Andrew enjoys some beer on the occasion. There's an open bell pepper in there. There's lemons, avocados, kombucha. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break this out and have some right now. Miso, which we pretty much only add into ramen. Andrew really likes these Beyond Meat sausages lately. I'm not a fan of the fake meats. I tend to stay away from them because I just feel my best focusing on just whole foods, but Andrew really enjoys
Just whole foods.
But how about those powders and those tonics?
And maple syrup.
Is that Whole Foods?
It's not a whole food. Interesting. Confusing.
Confused.
these Beyond Meat sausages to put on like a vegan pizza every once in a while, and the kids enjoy it too. Then we have corn tortillas and coconut flour tortillas, and tofu, which we put into stir fries and ramen. Over here we have our condiment section, which this is like stuff that we use sparingly. I tend to make my own tomato sauces out of like jarred tomatoes and add a little bit of dates or maple syrup and lemon juice or lime and chili flakes. But every once in a while, if I'm in a really big pinch, I use a little bit of this ketchup or some sriracha. It's like an organic sriracha. What's back here?
I just pause for a sec. This is like a strong guilt attached to using ketchup because it's got
Yeah.
processed sugar. But make your own tomato sauce and add maple syrup to it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
It doesn't.
If you know, if it makes sense to you, let us know in the comment section below. Like, ketchup's fine. Sugar's fine.
It is
Maple
fine.
syrup's fine. Like, why use...
The thing is, and it helps your rice taste better, your pasta. It helps you fuel up. It helps you carb up.
gives your body glucose that it needs.
If you have guilt towards some condiments when they're completely fine, then you've got
But you're not going to succeed.
you've got some serious issues that
you're
you're
not
going
gonna
to be running into.
Yeah. How are you going to travel? How are you going to enjoy food when you go out? Like, last night we went to Domino's. We had a vegan pizza, $5 each.
With barbecue sauce,
barbecue sauce,
with
yeah.
sugar in it, but it was so light, wasn't it?
Yeah, so light. So energizing, you know.
But one thing is, I'm glad to see that she's not talking about healthy oils.
Yeah.
I'm glad she hasn't got heaps of oil in
that's
a
really
cupboard.
good. Ellen's definitely doing the low oil.
Low
That's
oil,
really good.
yeah.
That makes a big difference.
That's good.
It makes a big difference. But yeah, if you're a new vegan watching this, don't be scared of ketchup. Ketchup's not the enemy.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
And I really like to use pickled jalapenos every once in a while. Then we have some almond butter back here. Elderberry syrup for if we feel like a cold coming on. Maple syrup. Wine spirulina.
Syrup?
Barley grass juice powder. Hemp seeds, which we use a lot of. This is definitely a staple of ours. We put a lot of hemp seeds into our smoothies every day and on top of salads. This is
I
our...
just wanted to say, I used to be big on the hemp seeds, but I always found, I'm not sure about you, but my gut, I always feel mad bloated. And so I have hemp seeds very, very rarely. So especially I think if you mix seeds with fruit, like chia seeds and hemp seeds, you will find that your gut feels a bit more bloated and you might think you've got gut issues, but it's just a food combining.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't have much experience with hemp seeds. I've never really had them.
Or I guess any nut. Would you blend nuts with your fruit smoothie?
I've never done that. I maybe put some chia in. But the thing is, I only put like a teaspoon.
How often do you do that?
Oh no, I'm saying that I've done that once or
okay.
twice in the years and years I've been making smoothies. But she's saying that they put a lot of hemp in their smoothies every day, which I don't think is necessary.
I would definitely get pretty bloated on that. I'd be gaseous. Gaseous.
Our open peanut butter jar, and this is our ground flax seeds, which we put into our smoothies. I put a tablespoon or two into my smoothies and the kids' smoothies.
A couple of tablespoons is a lot
It's a lot.
of ground flax.
And you're mixing it with fruit. It's like a bad combination.
I can imagine you'd be tooting.
If you want to have your flat, have it end of the day on your salad,
Yeah.
not with your fruit.
No.
You'd be, yeah. I remember when I used to, in 2005, doing chia seeds with smoothies.
With how much would you put in?
Oh, just a few tablespoons. And I just remember my gut was like,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, nah,
It's best to keep your fruit by itself and have some seeds, some nuts, and whatever towards the end of the day with dinner.
With your salad.
That's best for flat stomach, for good digestion, and just not feeling stodgy.
Yeah, less gas.
Mustard, which is really great into salads. If you do like a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a couple teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, and a tablespoon of maple syrup, makes a really great, super easy, fast, affordable dressing. And tahini. You could also add tahini to that dressing as well. Super yummy. So we just have a couple other random condiments that we barely ever use, but we have coconut aminos, hot sauce, rice vinegar. What is this? Brown rice vinegar. And this is ionic minerals, which is super great little supplement. And here we have...
What's that? It looks pretty woo-woo.
Another jar, that's probably like a $60, $70 jar. Again, if
What was it? Minerals? But I thought there's minerals in the fresh fruits and vegetables you're eating. Is that not enough?
It's enough. But
Whole Foods.
the Whole Foods though. So yeah, this is hilarious.
It's funny, everyone who claims Whole Foods is like refined sugar, they always have so many supplements and powders.
And cacao.
And cacao nibs,
Tell you
cacao
about the cacao.
powder, tea.
Maple syrup. Come on, man. What's up with the sugars? Sugar's bad, maple syrup good.
Oh, yeah.
Cacao
more
better.
vegetables, so carrots, more lettuce, and a big bag of mushrooms. What's in here? Broccoli is in this one. Lots of broccoli. We get broccoli sometimes a couple times a week, and same with the Romanesca. If you saw my Thanksgiving video,
But what's Romanesca? Oh, is that thing that's like a flower?
Yeah. It looks like a cauliflower broccoli.
Have you had it much?
No.
It's pretty rare in Australia.
I've seen it at farmers markets, but it's just not too common.
It's a nice name, Romanesca.
It is.
yeah, then you know about Romanesca already, but we love Romanesca. We have green onion and zucchini. Did you do that? I'm gonna open it. There we go. Okay, so we don't have very much in the freezer. We just have frozen fruit, basically. Frozen organic mango, wild blueberries, and some organic sweet cherries, and another package of these like Beyond Meat vegan sausages that Andrew likes. Let's go. Some shallot amare, ice packs. We do have one tempeh, frozen tempeh. Hey, what are you doing with that tempeh in here that we sometimes add to noodle dishes?
Love tempeh.
You do love tempeh, huh?
Edamame.
Yum. And some bread,
That's not
gluten-free,
tempeh.
and sprouted bread.
With every
That's
excuse
it.
I fall.
Okay, let's close it. No, let's gotta get out.
Now watch me self-destruct right on time. I built up every wall I've had to climb. Oh, and put my fingers on the phone.
Oh, that was a good little disclaimer at the end.
It was. I'm glad she included that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just want to
They should have
know,
at the start.
why does she always show her kids like smiling and stuff? Why does she not show what really goes on with the family so she's more relatable to her 600k subs?
The
What do you think?
kids don't cry though. They don't scream. If you raise your kids on Maui,
On Maui and give them
you're a parent. Kids
and give them dollars on the avocado, the kids don't scream.
But maybe it would have been too harsh. Maybe Ellen puts that in the videos. Kids screaming and throwing stuff around, having fits. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe it's just full infomercial style, perfect life.
Well, from her Instagram, it's just a perfect looking life that
Really?
she likes to portray.
I think we all people do that on social media, don't we?
Yeah.
Want to show the what's going on there. But I think hats off to trying to raise your kids healthy in today's crazy world. It's expensive.
Good.
That would be an expensive way to live. I think it's a good way to live, but in terms of
It's good, but I think the nuts in that amount are unnecessary.
and
All of
expensive.
those supplements expensive as well.
Yeah, it's a lot
But
of money.
it's all right.
Yeah, not too bad. It could be better, but my issue, I don't know about you, I'll share my issues. And I like seeing all that fresh fruit. That was good. There was
Yeah,
no
that's
demonising of fruit.
Yeah.
My issue was with the demonising of the ketchup and sugar, and
Yeah,
then having
but having
maple syrup
yeah.
and all the supplements. It's totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary.
And the thing is, I'm not saying this to be harsh or whatever. It's just, I'm saying this for what would be best for her mood and the kids' mood, just so they're productive as a family, because it's hard raising a family.
Oh yeah.
So hard. It's stressful.
A lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure
energy
from
going out.
others, and
It's full on.
but yeah. So
What about water? And it wasn't any mention of water there.
there wasn't.
Do they drink
No.
water? I hope they do.
I mean, they just drink it from coconuts.
I mean, some people out there think you shouldn't drink water, but if you're a new vegan, you
Why? Because it's not pure.
I don't know. Some people out there, like I've met people who do dry fast and they don't drink water, and it's their teeth rot out real quick. And you got to drink water again.
Yeah.
Drink water. Otherwise, you have a lot of issues. But water's important.
So my final thought is, I think it's good. There are a few improvements that can be made, but I don't think it is as real as it could be. It's just everything was so perfect.
Too
The
perfect.
kid was smiling and stuff, and she's like, "We don't use this that much. We don't eat much of this." Like, what? It's a family. Kids are hungry. Kids are growing.
Kids are raiding the pantry.
Kids are raiding the pantry all the time. And if you're a mother, you're exerting a lot of energy to raise those children, then why keep saying, we don't eat much of this, we don't have this sugar? Like,
Does she have a nanny maybe? Maybe she's got a nanny to look after the kids.
I mean, if you have that much money, then you probably do. But why not say that? Be open.
Yeah.
It's just misleading.
Yeah.
So, and that's what bothers me.
I remember fully well Christina, she has a maid and makes all the food and stuff for her. And which is fine. If you've got a Mexican maid, then cool. But she sort of denied it for a bit there.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then people trying to emulate your lifestyle. They don't have maids or nannies or hundreds of thousands of dollars each year to spend. So I think the fruit, the rice, sugars,
The oats, the quinoa, that's good.
all basic cheap foods. The excess supplements, fancy, expensive stuff, totally unnecessary.
Or cashews, cacao nibs.
Totally unnecessary. Yeah,
And I think having the tofu and tempeh in the fridge was fine. It wasn't a huge amount. We have some tofu in the fridge. We always have it with rice.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So if you're a new vegan watching this, focus on carbohydrate, rice, fruit,
And don't think
sugars.
you have to dish out hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these supplements and greens,
You don't
because
at all.
you can get greens so cheap at the farmer's market. Like,
Yeah, you can live a very cheap lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm 41 now, and I did a running race this morning here in Adelaide. We've got good runners here. I got third overall. And I only ran 5Ks in the last week, and some 41 still smashing it hard. Fit as, take no supplements other than B12, which all athletes should take that anyway. But you don't see me taking all these tinctures and pills and potions and stuff like that.
tonics.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, B12, if you're an athlete, I recommend using it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. But everyone should be an athlete. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, I think I've shared
Yeah.
my honest thoughts, my opinions.
Comments,
yeah.
criticisms. So no
There you
hate
have
there.
it.
I think it's good, but I think transparency is always more powerful.
It is. I think there's definitely room for more transparency in that video.
So people see what you actually do eat, what's going on, the moods, the challenges.
Because honestly, I didn't feel like I was in the room with her in that video. I mean, I feel that with some videos because they're real and there's not heaps of jump cuts and stuff and
Fancy
music and
editing,
ads.
smooth infomercial.
To me, it felt like I was watching it behind a screen. And I don't know, I just can't connect with that.
Me either.
So, yeah.
But I guess you're not an NCP. So yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, there you have it.
that's the comments, criticisms.
Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section.
I'm gonna get some bananas. Actually, what's for dinner?
Rice.
Rice.
Rice, veggies, and a bit of tofu.
There we go. What sort of sauce can I reckon?
Soy sauce, some tomato sauce.
Yeah.
I actually made a tomato salsa. It's in the fridge now.
Yep.
And some herbs.
And what about
Spices.